Right behind me, I've got the 2026 Lincoln Navigator Black Label. Let's do a walk around on this and see if it's worth it. Also, if you're new here, my name is Jason and I do reviews just like this here in Canada. All right, let's start things off in the front of this Black Label. I think this just looks very stunning, especially this thing being in white, and you have all of the black bits and pieces. So over on the bumper area here, I want to start off at the bottom. So you do have this gloss black trim piece that stretches across, which also has the front safety sensors. And then you kind of move into like this mini lower grille area with a ton of gloss black. And right above that is your grille. Look at how nice this looks. I love all of the little bits and pieces in chrome. Obviously, there's a ton of gloss black everywhere. And you do have the Lincoln badge up here, which is illuminated. And if you haven't noticed, you do have this beautiful LED light bar that stretches across. And it also goes into these very cool looking LED front lights. I think everything tied together with this definitely looks sharp. As for what powers the Navigator here, this does have the twin-turbocharged 3.5 liter V6 engine, which produces 440 horsepower and 510 pound-foot of torque. Now, towing wise, this will vary depending on the wheel size, or if you get the standard wheelbase or the long wheelbase. But since this is the standard wheelbase with the 22-inch wheels, you can tow about 8,700 pounds. And fuel economy, you're looking at about 15.7 liters in the city and about 10.9 liters on the highway. Also, as for the different models available with the Lincoln Navigators, here are all the ones that you can pick from, and you can also pick from an extended version. And here are the safety features that you do get with this Black Label. All right, let's come around to the side of the Navigator here. This thing is massive, and if you're not familiar with the Navigators, this is a 3-row SUV. Now up top, this has one of my favorite things, which is the dual pane panoramic sunroof, as you can see. And you've also got the chrome roof rails up top and the gloss black in the middle, plus more chrome along the bottom of the windows. And within the gloss black trimming here, if you just press this, you do have your codes, which you can set up. Your door handles do come body color, plus you've also got the gloss black there, and inside you do have a light as well. Also on the door area and kind of on the fender, you have the gloss black trimming that also says Navigator. And then as for the side mirror here, you do have all of this in gloss black, plus the chrome, the built-in turn signal, and side mirror cameras. And along the bottoms, you do have the power side steps. So if I do open up the door, as you can see, they pop out. When I do close it, they sit nice and flush against the body. Now, as for the wheels on this, these look pretty cool. I like the chromes going on, the gloss blacks, and these are your 22-inch wheels. And I think the way that these are designed definitely fit this Navigator. Also, you have a little reflector there. And if I do take a step back, you can see these wheels definitely look sharp with this. All right, let's come to the rear now. Also, look at this massive window, and even within the window, I'm not sure if you can see, but you do have this nice little designing. Now let's come around to the rear. The rear, I think, looks just as nice as the front. I love everything about it. Now on the bumper area here, you do have a bunch of gloss black with the reflectors, rear safety sensors, and in the middle here, you do have your hitch hidden away. And if you look right down below there, you do have your spare tire. And then you just get into the tailgate area. So on here, it's very clean. There's no like badging or anything, but you have this beautiful LED light piece here that also has kind of like this glass. And inside, it does say Lincoln. As you can see, right down here by the license plate, you do have your backup camera with a washer. And these lights, I think, just complete the rear end on this. Also, up by the window area, you kind of have like this built-in spoiler with a brake light, and your wiper is actually hidden away, so you get a nice clean look back here. All right, let's go ahead and open up the tailgate now, and the button is somewhere here. So if I just press this, it is power opening, obviously. Now you noticed the top half opened up. You can also open up the bottom half if you want to completely use it, but if you're just grabbing stuff in and out quickly, I think the top is just fine. But if you do want to open up the other portion, the button is right here, and there you go. So you have this whole thing that opens up, and you can even sit on this. So you get kind of like this bench seating here, which can handle about 500 pounds. And then inside, right now, the third row is folded down. So this is a perfect chance to show you how much room opens up if you are not utilizing the third row. So all of this opens up, as you can see. Now let me bring up the third row and then show you how much room there is. All right, as these seats come up, these are power seats, and I'll show you in just a second. But yeah, the space back here, you have a good amount of room, even with the third row up. I think for your family adventures, road trips, whatever it is that you want to use this for, can fit all of your stuff. Also, at the back here, you have these hooks built in. You have some space here. You have a button for your light, which is right up here, and it's on both the sides. And then here are the buttons for the power seats for the third row, so you can fold it down and back up. And then on the other side, you do have a 120 volt outlet. Now to fold the seats down, it's very, very easy. I just press the middle one, or left or right, whichever one. But if I want to do both of them, I just press it. It unlocks and down it goes. Now I'm not gonna show you the full thing, but you can bring it back up just by pressing the button. So very, very convenient. Also, if I lift up the carpet area here, you do have some storage space that you can definitely utilize as well. Now to close all of this, it's very easy. You just gotta press one button, which is right here, and both of the top and the bottom closes. And also thank you to Mayfield Lincoln for allowing me to review this Black Label. All right, let's head inside the Navigator here and see what we have with the Black Label. As you can see, it's a black and brown interior, which definitely stands out. So down here, you do have some space, a water bottle area. You've got this beautiful looking grill for the speaker, and you've also got one up here with another speaker. And this does have the Revel Ultima sound system. And then you get into here. So you have chrome here, and then the brown soft touch material, which just looks very, very nice because it's kind of like that light brown shade, kind of like tan. But yeah, this looks very good. And even like the door handle area, you have the chrome here, and even the window control is in chrome. Now, as for the interior here, you do have kind of like this executive seating style going on, which I am digging. Now, I'm going to touch on the second row in just a second. I'm going to jump to the third row and show you the space back there, what you get back there, and how it is. Now, to access the third row, it's very easy. You do have two buttons on the side of the seat here. So if I just press the arrow there, as you can see, the whole seat just moves forward. You don't have to do anything manual. The seat will move forward and up by itself. And even when you're putting it back, it does the same thing. So entering back into the third row here, look at how nice the interior seats look on this. You've got the perforated back bottom sections. The seats back here also come heated. That is very rare to find in a 3-row SUV, but yes, they do come heated. Now let me jump in here and show you the legroom, the headroom, and what else you get back here. All right, so to bring this back, normally you would just pull it manually, but like I was mentioning, the buttons on the side here, all I gotta do is just press that and the seat comes back to its position. So as it's doing its thing right there, it's adjusted back in. So look at the legroom. I am pretty good back here, and I'm sure this seat can be moved up a little bit more, but still, I have a good amount of legroom back here. And then as for the headroom, look at the headroom I have. This whole thing kind of goes into the roof here, and I'm wearing a hat. For reference, I'm 5'11", so back here, I am pretty good. And also a huge thing that I find on 3-row SUVs is the thigh support. So on here, it is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, some vehicles feel like you're just sitting on the floor, but here, the thigh support is good, the legroom, the headroom, and even though this doesn't have the open center area like you would with the captain's chairs, I am pretty comfortable, and I think even going on long road trips, I should be good back here. Also, your whole roof liner is in this nice suede material, which just adds to that premium feel of this vehicle. Now, other things back here would be just some space here, USB ports, cup holders. You can also recline the third row seats. Not only do they come heated, but you can also recline them. How nice is that? And then it's the same thing on the other side. So I love how there's USB ports, 2 of them on both the sides. And then down here, you do have your heated seat controls. Plus, when you do enter and exit, you kind of have like this handle or a grab area that you can definitely use. And another thing back here is if you're just using the 2 seats on the outside, the middle portion does fold down by just this strap here. So you can definitely put it down, or if you have long things in the back, you can also have them stick out. All right, now let's check out the second row. I think this just looks very, very good. You can see how nice these seats are, and these are definitely a little bit different than how the rear seats are in terms of this area here. But everything else, the back, the bottom, you still got the perforated sections. The seats back here do come heated, ventilated, and you do have a massage feature in this. And then of course you have this center console area as well. And if that wasn't enough, these seats back here are power adjustable. Not manual, but you do have power adjustments. So let's jump in here and let me show you the center console here. So you have this beautiful trimming here with the brown accents. You've got like this screen right here, which you can use for seats, audio, climate, air quality, and lighting. And you can also obviously open this up. You have space here, cup holders, and you do have these 2 sections here for your armrest. But opening this up, you have more space that you can definitely utilize in here. If that wasn't enough, you even have more space down here, this massive area in gloss black. So opening this up, look at how much more room there is inside. And I want to show you something cool on this, because if I go to these seats here, not only do you have your adjustments, massage, heating and cooling, but also a chauffeur setting. So if I just click this, so here you can actually control the passenger seat from here. You can move it up, back, and then even the back portion here you can move, so I really like that. All right, since I'm inside already, look at the legroom that I have, and even though this seat can be adjusted, I still have a good amount of legroom. Now in terms of the headroom, same thing like the rear, I can move around pretty comfortably, and I'm pretty good in the second row as well. Now behind the driver and the passenger seats, look at how uniquely these are designed, and you kind of have like this squishy material, like hard soft material. It's not all plastic, which I really like, and you also have 2 USB ports here and on the other seat as well, and you do have the storage compartments. Now over on the rear console area here, you do have more of that beautiful trimming, and then you do have a 120 volt outlet, and then opening this up here, you do have cup holders down there. All right, let's head to the front and see if anything is different compared to the rear in terms of the door trim area. So down here, you have quite a bit more space for 2 water bottles, and then everything else is identical. The only thing up here is how you have this nice speaker grill. You don't have it up here, but you do have a tiny speaker in the corner there, and everything else is usual. So like your window controls and then your lock and unlock. Now as for the front seats here, these are exactly like the second row seats, and even the headrests are pretty unique, like I mentioned, and you do have like the Lincoln chrome badging there. And just like the second row, the front seats not only come heated, ventilated, but also obviously a massage feature. And then over on the side here, you have all your power seat adjustments, and even down here, you have this nice door sill piece in chrome that says Black Label, and then you have this illuminated light bar. Underneath, nothing too crazy, just your pedals. Here is your hood latch release. Moving up here, you have your electronic parking brake. Here is the trunk release, or if you do want to open both of them. And even around the venting here, you have nice sleek venting with the chrome, and then of course the brown across the whole dash. As for the steering wheel, this does come power adjustable. And then you have this massive curved screen. This is a 48-inch screen setup, and I just love how this looks because you have your cluster area, you have a centerpiece right here, and then you have the other side as well. Also, you have speakers on both of the corners there, also in the center here. And then you get into your steering wheel. This is very similar to the Expeditions. So you kind of have like a flat top, the flat bottom, and then you got the blacks, the browns going on, the chrome everywhere, the gloss black, and then you also have this little guy for your hands-free driving. And you will notice that there are no physical buttons because it's all just touch sensitive. So if I just go like this, it's like a trackpad, and you will see that on the screen there. Even for the other side, you have it all through here. Also, if you go to adjustments, you can adjust the steering wheel, the pedals, and then of course fold your mirrors, which is pretty neat. And also the steering wheel does come heated, and behind the steering wheel you will have your indicators and high beams, and the other side will be your front and rear wiper controls. Now moving to the center armrest area, similar to the second row, you do have these 2 sections here, and opening this up here, you do have a good amount of space in this, plus you do have an outlet and 2 USB ports. And also you do have this cartridge thing here, so if I do open this, you can pop this out, and this is for the digital scent diffusion system. And then moving to the center console area, this thing is massive here. You have that beautiful trimming again, and opening this side up, you do have space here, but this is mainly for your wireless phone charger. You got more USB ports. Opening up the other side, you have your front cup holders, you have your different gears here, and then the little P button right here is actually for your parking chimes to turn them on or off. And you have this nice looking knob as well. Very nicely designed, and it kind of looks like a crystal. And the other side will have your hazards, auto start stop, and then you have this button here for all your different drive modes, as you can see there. And then here's your engine start stop, and then here are all of your drive controls. So it's all just buttons. There's no shifter or anything. I think this looks way better. And another thing is underneath the center console here, you do have more space, as you can see. And then by the steering wheel here, you have your trailer brake controller, pro trailer control, and then you get into your touchscreen down here. This is a 11.1 inch touchscreen, and I just love how this is set up because you have different sections. It's very easy to navigate, and even down here, you have all your heating and cooling. And if I press this little arrow here, it opens up even more heating and cooling stuff, plus for the rear as well. So let's exit out of this. So right now I am on the home page here, and if I click the little vehicle icon, you have different drive modes, traction control, just a bunch of different things that you can go in and kind of customize. Also, you can open the tailgate from here as well. And you probably noticed that there is no actual control for your exterior lighting, and that's because it's all done through here where it shows lighting. So here it is. Or you can just press this shortcut here, and then also the interior, you have your ambient lighting, and then heading to the little circles here, you have all your main stuff. So your Google Maps, Play Store, Google Assistant, you even have Rejuvenate. So if I click into this, it's gonna pop up all of this, and look at what the screens turn into. And it also plays a nice little calming, soothing sound, which is pretty cool. And you can choose the length and all of that good stuff. So this is pretty neat if you are into meditation and everything. So let's exit out of this actually. And you also have the phone, you have the AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, messages, CarPlay. There's also the towing here. So if I go into this, you have the trailers, the aids, all that good stuff. And then if I keep going down, you have hotspot, software updates, settings, games. You've also got record feedback, owner's manual, news. This also has YouTube, and then Android Auto, of course. And then this last one here is for the left side of the screen. So for example, if I want to show the weather here, all I got to do is just click and drag it where I want to. And you probably saw that there's 3 different sections. So let me show you that quickly while using the app. So right now, you can see up here, you have 3 different sections everywhere. So I can customize all of that. And if I just click and hold it, I can drag it or rearrange it, which is pretty cool. Now to access the massage feature for the front seats, you can either press the button on the side of the seat or just go under seats here and then adjust and massage. So you can not only adjust the seats from the screen here, but then you also have the massage feature like I was mentioning, and then you can do the same thing for the passenger side. And then also if you go under the headrest, you can also adjust this. And before I forget, I just want to show you the camera. So if I click the camera, it doesn't show up here. You can only see the different views and what you want to see, like example, like the front, the rear, everything. But the actual image will show up on here. How cool is that? You have the top bird's eye view there. You have the front facing camera right now. So if I want to click this, the bird's eye goes away. If I click the panoramic view, you have a full panoramic view. Here's the hitch camera. Here is the rear camera. And then you have these side mirror cameras there. Also, I want to show you something cool. If I go back to this section, you have a image here of your vehicle and a bunch of plus symbols. So if I click any of them, it is going to zoom in to that section, which is pretty good. So towing with this, parking with this in tight spots becomes very, very easy. Now up top here on the driver visor, you do have your garage controls, and then moving further up here, if I just push this, here's where you put your sunglasses, and then you have all your interior lighting controls, sunroof controls, sunshade controls, all that good stuff. And here's the key for the Navigator. It's your usual Ford or Lincoln key. All right, let's come around to the passenger side and let me show you what you get on this side. So here's that massive dashboard area. You've got more of the sleek venting, the beautiful trimming here, the brown, and then you just have your usual glove compartment space. And here is the window sticker for this Lincoln Navigator Black Label. The pricing that you see is in Canadian dollars. Well, that does it for the review on this 2026 Lincoln Navigator Black Label. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think this is worth it?